Howdy folks, Keywii here, and welcome back to Lucy, the Eternity She Wished For. When last we left off, we had two of the dumbest moments in this entire game. We had moment number A. We had Mr. Big Ol' Boss Daddy Guy. He decided to, light Lucy on fire in his own living room. And then second moment, number second, was we had Mr. fucking main character idiot decided, man, that's a really hot robot there. On fire, in fact. I think I'll touch that. The molten plastic and metal, that's perfect for human hands. Oh, man. This game is trying really hard to take itself seriously when it shouldn't. If it were a parody, it would have been a good game. But that's beside the point. The point is, while running wild like a maniac, I scream at the top of my lungs. I prance around the house in a crazed fit. My vision is turning blurry because of all the tears. Only then I finally realize that I'm crying. The tears are making it difficult to see where I'm going. I head towards the living room in an attempt to locate the fire extinguisher. Smart. Put out your hand, maybe. And there it is, in the middle of the living room flames. After finding the fire extinguisher, I run as hard as I could with it. I ran as hard as I whatever. It's mixing of tenses. I'm in such a hurry that I sloppily fall over with a loud crash. But it doesn't matter. My knees seem to be bruised, but it doesn't matter. Without any delay, I get right back up and continue running. I'm going to put out this robot. I yank out the safety pin, aim at the hose at Lucy, and release the payload. Get to the payload! Faster! Faster! Praying that the fire will be put out with just a little faster, I continue to spray. You don't know how long she's been on fire is the thing. Like, we don't know that. That's not a thing that has been confirmed one way or another. We don't know. After a short while, the fire vanishes like magic. Cool. But... oh no! Her clothes, and a little bit her, but mostly her clothes, and she needs better clothes and new clothes anyway. But the Lucy revealed beneath the fire didn't look too good. I gazed at the various patches of her skin that were melted off. They don't... I mean, alright, fair enough. You know what? Looking at her hand, some of it is melted off. I'll give you that. You've actually succeeded in displaying what you're talking about. Her condition isn't as severe as I thought it would be. Most likely thanks to her fire-resistant skin. I can't see her very well due to my blurred vision, however. Oh yeah, when I squint my eyes and sort of blur my vision, it's hard to see. But mostly my eyes have to close before I can not see her entirely. Lucy. As if my words could hurt her, I call out to her... What? As if my words could hurt her, I call out to her delicately. I thought it said deliberately, I was confused. Okay, good. No under boob. That's very nice of you, game, for not doing that. Regardless, there's no reply. Her eyes are closed. There's no response coming from her at all. What are you doing? Answer me! I anxiously wait for her reply. I would have made a comment there that she couldn't because she might be dead, but I'm well aware that people, when met with great grief, do things nonsensically. So I'm going to refrain from making those sorts of comments, as those ones actually make sense. I wait for her to open her mouth, but her unrelenting lips refuse to facilitate my desires. Weird words for someone grieving. They refuse to listen to my earnest request. Lucy, this is an order. Answer me. Answer me, damn it! I try yelling, but it doesn't change anything. Her eyelids are closed tightly shut, and when... Her eyelids are closed tightly shut, and wouldn't... Mixing of tenses. What have you done? Oh, hey, there he is. I turned to face my father, who was there too. Let's just get that out of the way. Are you happy now? Are you proud of yourself? I've done nothing wrong. It refused to listen to me until the very end, even though I told it many times to leave. All I did was get rid of something worthless. Why? Why did you have to go this far? It's about time you opened your eyes. What's lying before you is not a dead person. It's just a broken down robot. Nothing more, nothing less. It's only broken machinery. Yeah, well, you damaged his property. You know, let's if we're taking your angle on this one, you damaged his property, so technically that's a finable offense. You can always buy another one to replace it. It's not something to get so worked up over. And then he walks away. I feel my insides convulsing. A faint, sorrowful voice flows out of my mouth. Voice. Sorry. I don't know you anymore. I just don't. When we're able to do something like this, without a second thought, I don't know if we're humans really, I don't know if we humans really are better than androids. I don't know what part of human nature makes us better than Lucy. I just don't know anymore. Some actual thought going on there. People take pride in being human. And people do not want to lose their power to govern the world. Second one is currently going on. I'm pretty sure this the first one might be going on eventually, like in the next decade or so, but who's to say? I'm not sure. I know a lot of friends who hate humanity and would much rather just leave. Quite a few of my friends, in fact. That is why they fear robots. Avoid robots. Show contempt for robots. That thing you did this entire game. Eventually do something like this without batting an eyelash. Can we say for sure that compared to this this android lying on the ground, compared to Lucy, are we humans truly more deserving to exist on this planet? I wasn't so sure anymore. Well, now you're blaming all of humanity for what your dad did, which is just a bad move there. Part of being human, part of being alive in general, means you're different. It means there's variety there. People aren't all the same. This is what I hate most about sci-fi alien races. They all act the same, even though statistically that would be impossible. Unless they are actually a hive mind, in which case that it's more likely to happen, but not entirely possible. You can't... Not everyone is the same. Then I suddenly heard a voice. It was Lucy's voice. Master. To the bitter end. Couldn't have told her your name? She sounded strained, as if her light was about to flicker out at any second. Her body was damaged to the point that it was almost painful to look at. That one's going a little far. She looks... like, other than a few burn marks, she looks fine. People who get out of fires, you know, they go to the burn ward and then they survive. Like, they're not actually on fire. She's a robot. That's a little different. But, like, she looks way better than a lot of people who have survived, you know? But she retained her usual voice that I had been longing for. Her eyes were firmly locked onto my face. You! Are you alright? Yeah, not really. Yes? Her voice is quivering uncontrollably. Aw, this is supposed to be a sad moment. Man. I'm just not even slightly invested. Her body's also making a lot of strange crackling noises. Oh, is the fire going on internally? She doesn't look all right at all. No, I guess crackling would be more if wood is on fire, not if plastic and metal are on fire. Are you made of wood? She looks as if she's about to seize up at any moment. And yet, despite such hindrance, she was trying hard. She was trying hard to say something. It's not Father's fault. It very clearly is. He could have absolutely lit you on fire outside of his own home. But no, he decided to do it in his own living room. Douse you in gasoline. He's a fucking crazy person. Like, if he did the exact same thing not in his house, he wouldn't actually, you know, he would be slightly more redeemable. But no, he's just actually insane. She's in such a pitiful state, yet she spoke so calmly. She sounded as if she was trying her best to make me feel at ease. Well, you're saying the wrong things to make this guy feel at ease. Her stolid composure made my chest tighten. Lucy ended up breaking the laws. Lucy broke the laws and paid the price. Lucy did not obey Master's orders. Lucy did not protect herself. Lucy did not run away from danger. Lucy stayed right here. That is why things turned out this way. Now you're victim blaming yourself. You could have just easily met the dude at school. Not on the property. It's all Lucy's fault. The 3 laws of robotics. The unescapable... The unescapable change humans have bestowed on robots. Is she trying to say that she's in this state only because she broke the laws? Is she trying to say that the fire had nothing to do with it? That is, in fact, exactly what she's saying. I feel some urge of anger welling up inside me. You idiot! You're fucking stupid! Look what you did! You're wrong! Shut up! You're the worst! Don't fucking call her an idiot, you idiot. What did I tell you? Run away. I told you to run away if something ever happens to you. I thought I made that very clear. I even ordered you to. Why didn't you listen? This is very clearly your fault. Why didn't you listen and let yourself get hurt? Why didn't you listen and... The way this sentence is structured, for people who aren't familiar with writing, for the way this sentence is structured means that why didn't you blank and blank means that the didn't applies to both. Now, this is very clearly not the case here. Why didn't you run away? You let yourself get hurt. Would have been the correct way to do that, but I digress. This is just wrong. Ah, she's smiling now. After hearing those words, Lucy tried to smile. Yeah, she's doing alright. Yeah, it's a nice enough smile. She tried her hardest to smile. Her voice was so faint that I couldn't make out what she was saying. Click. Click. What? Sorry, my hearing aid was off. Because Lucy made a promise. I has less syllables than Lucy. That she would greet Master. That she would wait for Master in front of Master's house every Master day. Lucy promised, with Master. That's why she wanted to stay. Lucy wanted to stay right here. From here, in front of the house, as always. Lucy wanted to greet Master with a smile. Lucy wanted to continue making Master happy. But that was just a promise. You didn't have to wait for me. I told you that wasn't an order. You could have just ignored it. I thought that was like weak as an amount of time. A weak smile forms in her face. Lucy can't do that. If Lucy breaks that promise, if Lucy isn't here for Master when he comes home, then Master will definitely feel lonely. Lucy remembers Master's lonely face from the past. Lucy did not want to see it ever again. That is why Lucy couldn't break that promise. And like that, she continued to spout nonsense. Cool. Nonsense that only a true robot could fathom. Again, cool. Insulting her even more. You've clearly not changed, despite everything. Lucy has a responsibility and a power. And Spider-Man. Responsibility to stay by Master's side. Hey, can you get out of here, please? I'm kind of in the middle of something. Thank you. A responsibility to make Master happy. That responsibility is definitely more precious than Lucy's life. Again, could have gone to the school. It's something Lucy must fulfill. What? That doesn't make any sense at all. You're fucking stupid. How am I supposed to be happy after seeing you like this? Ah, sound. Her body began to convulse. I understand the implications behind such abnormal movements. Cool, thanks for that. That's such useful information right here, right now. You're so in the moment. You're not breaking my immersion at all. That she was making her final struggle. That I would never be able to hear her voice again. That she won't ever be coming outside to greet me again. Or making me angry with her silliness. Or lightly caressing my forehead. The tears are blurring my vision, making it hard to see. But what will I abuse now? I hastily wipe my wet eyes clean. Please don't cry. This is fine. I'm reminded of that meme where everything was on fire. Very appropriate right now. I cannot understand the meaning behind her words. What could possibly be fine? Is this really fine for you? Anything like this? Are you really okay with that? She isn't. If Master will remember Lucy for all eternity, then Lucy is satisfied. If Lucy is able to live on in Master's memories forever, then Lucy is satisfied. That is the eternity that she wished for? Say the words. I understood. She didn't say the words. I understood what she was about to say. The eternity... Hey! There are the words! Ha-ha! I did it! Not in the literal sense, but the true eternity we had discussed in the past. Yesterday. If Master will remember Lucy, then she won't have any regrets. Is this the end of the game or something? It's going on for a while. Lucy has the confidence that she won't regret her decision. You're very talkative for someone dying, let me just say. So, will Master remember Lucy? Will Master remember Lucy for all eternity? You're being too selfish. Cool. Acting on your own like that? Even if you're fine with the whole situation, even if you no regrets, what am I supposed to do? Now that she's leaving me behind, what am I supposed to do? It's your fault. Stop dying. Get the fuck up. I didn't order you to die. I need you, therefore you do what I say. He's such a selfish little shit. Lucy's head is shaking a little. God damn it. Huh? That's strange. So sorry, Master. Lucy appears to be losing her hearing. Master's voice is drifting further away. He's not talking right now. This is bad. Lucy didn't get to hear Master's reply. Oh, she's all sad. Who will abuse her now? Her voice is gradually changing. The crystal... Yeah, I read that wrong. The crystal clear voice she once had is now turning to garbled mess. Just like when we first met. Just like back when she used to be completely useless. Pff, cool. God, the fucking worst. Will Master remember? Lucy's fingers are twitching. They seem pretty still to me. Will Master remember Lucy? Nonetheless, Lucy continues to press on. With a voice that might cut off at any second. She's still desperately trying to hear my answer. I have to make up my mind. After seeing her struggle, I have to make up my mind right here and now. Holding back the cries. I'm holding back all the cries. Ha ha! Who the fuck wrote this? Who's this bad? Who the fuck did the English translations? You can eat several cocks. My God. Oh, woo, woo. Okay. Whew. Let me take some water here. All right. While holding back your cries, welling up inside, I give her a nod with my tear-stricken face. I will remember you, damn it. She didn't hear that. Lucy smiles. Lucy is glad. Lucy's wish for finally cure. And then she died. This would be actually sad if the game spent any time trying to get me invested and succeeding. Lucy? Lucy. Oh no. That was the end of it. With that, the conversation never went on. With that, she no longer responded to my cries. The light never returned to her eyes. Now those eyes will no longer meet my gaze. She will no longer smile at me. And she won't be coming back for all eternity. In the end, it was just like she wished for. I can say for sure that she will clearly be engraved in my memories, and with that, this pain will be remembered forever. I will never be able to forget it, even if I wanted to. Now I have no choice but to remember. Again, with that no choice crap. No matter how mentally exhausted and degraded I become, no matter how painful it becomes, now I have no choice but to remember her existence. To remember her name, Lucy Valentine, and all the unpleasant memories that come along with it. She was the worst. That's what she wished for. And it was sometimes something unbearably cruel for me to endure. So much going on that is just unrelated. I had no choice but to remember. It was forced on me. Fuck this. I hate this guy. Wow, that's the end, huh? Cool. So, this game. Let's talk about it. This game is about, it is at its core, it's supposed to be a love story with an android, a human and an android, and they're doing their thing, and he's a dick, and she's fucking, fuck you, Minyu. Interesting name. Ah, and then this person who very clearly didn't proofread all of it. Proofreading is an important job, okay? Do it better. Fucking goddamn it. Not just for the last thing, but for the majority of this game. It was just... Right. Let's get back to it. So, this game was... yeah, at its core, it was a love story. But it took too much anime into itself. It was too... There was a lot more wrong and toxic about it than there should have been. See, normally a love story, an actual love story between two people, is a work for both people. It isn't one beautiful girl drops into your life and suddenly she loves you and you're an asshole to her and she sticks around. That's not what love is. That's in fact incredibly wrong and horrible to think about. Love is something two people work together in order to make sure that they continue to be together. They compromise, they work at it, they put aside different things so that their lives can be better. It's not one-sided. One-sided is not love. Hey. Yeah. You listening? Cheer up. Oh, come on, what's wrong with you? My love of my life just died? Wait. I was the lover. The person who stared at me and was real nice died. You're even making me depressed. This is why I warned you, not to get attached to us so much. Robots are robots, humans are humans. You were hurt because you couldn't tell the two apart. Yeah, and then here's another thing wrong with this game. It's mangling its messages kind of hard. On one side, you got the main character asshole, who's just wrong in every way, and he loves a robot, and it's a story about overcoming adversity. And then you got every other character telling not just him, but the player, because the character is a self-insert for the player to attach to, that they're wrong in every regard. Like, this specifically. Like, the entire game happened because you screwed up, and it's your fault. What kind of fucking message is that? You crossed the line. The line that wasn't meant to be crossed. And I made it clear for you, too. I warned you that you'll be the only one hurt in the end. Ah, really, how foolish of you. I remain silent as my friend berates me. I have nothing to say. Well, now that I think about it, maybe this turned out to be a pretty good experience for you after all. I mean, maybe it'll give you some humility. You sound an awful lot like my dad. Like, voice-wise. I raise my head to look at him. The fact that you finally learned your lesson makes it all worth it, I think. It may have been a harsh lesson, but there's some merit to it. You should know this better than anyone else. Well, I guess you're right. Yeah, fuck everything about my feelings and shit. I learned a lesson. That's cool, too. Let us enjoy life properly. What do you mean? There are a lot more interesting things in life than androids. Soup. So let's go find out what's in store for us. Because to be honest, we've devoted a huge chunk of our lives just to study, right? It's time for us to catch up on all the fun stuff. How about you give me an example? Alright. Yeah, there's, that's also another thing wrong. You can't just... I'm going over time, obviously, but it's the end of the game, so I don't care. When you become an adult, most of the fun shit goes away. You need to have fun when you're a teenager, otherwise you're going to miss out on a shit ton of it. First, we should try to get to know some girls. You sound as if you haven't been trying. That's just mean. How's it? It's just an observation. Anyway. Fucking... What? There are always women out there who are more attractive than Lucy. Cool. And of course, women with better figures, too. What the fuck do you mean by attractive if that's not what you meant? Although you won't be dealing with a robot, there must be someone who's as nice as Lucy. With a woman like that, you should try getting into a serious relationship. And go traveling to all kinds of different places together. And make lots of special memories. Let's try all the fun things we've missed out on. And eventually you'll be able to move on from this incident. Well, doesn't it sound exciting? Doesn't sound like what a person with the SAT coming up in the next couple of days would say. Haha, that's true. Like, what does this entire scene have anything to do with the rest of the game? It's basically just negating the entire game. That's... Oh, boy. Well, whatever. We're both reasonable people. And on top of that, studying should not be your biggest concern right now. You're using me a poke on my chest. There's a hole in my chest now. I tilt my head in confusion. Curing this place right here is our top priority. Yeah. It might be good to go all out and enjoy myself from time to time. Yeah, you're excited too, right? I'm telling you, things will definitely pick up from now on. Just trust me and look forward to it. So come on, cheer up. Brush off the dust and get back up. To those words, I gave a small nod. I genuinely appreciated him going this far to cheer me up. And at the same time, I felt apologetic. Is it over? Is the game done? Please tell me the game's over. It's not over, is it? We're going to each different character, are we? Man, you look like you've gone to hell and back. Yeah, I'm sorry. About what? I couldn't keep my promise. Even though I said I would take good care of her. Huh. Well, I was wondering what you were on about. That's not something you should be apologizing for me to about it, right? Yeah, that's the words my mouth made. There's no point. And just in case there's any hope left inside of you, I'll make it clear again. Her body, her memory chips, and everything else, they were just completely destroyed in the fire. This isn't something I can even handle. I'm waving the right flag. She's a goner. Even if you want the genius who made Lucy, he probably wouldn't be able to fix her up. I know. Alright. As long as you understand. There is a moment of calm. The atmosphere is heavy with silence. Can I ask you something? What is it? Do you regret it? Regret it? Yeah. About finding out about Lucy. Do you regret it? I ponder for a moment. If I'd known that it would end like this, maybe it would have been better not to have met Lucy at all. Now you're mixing in the message of it's better to not have loved at all than to love and loss, which is the opposite of what most people fucking say. If I had never found out about her existence, if I had never picked her up at the junkyard in the first place, maybe I could have been much happier? No, you'd still be a schmuck. Try to place myself in a different scenario. Well, if we're talking about this game, I absolutely regret it. Laughter suddenly escapes my mouth. Without hesitation, I reply to the repairman's question. I don't particularly regret it, and I don't plan on doing so in the future. I see. The repairman quietly stares at me for a good long while. Well, anyway, I've been short on hands around here lately. Short on hands? You have two like everyone else, like humans do. Yeah, well, do you ever consider working here? I can't afford to pay you that much, but it would, if you're alright with that, I'm willing to take you in. You could build up some experience. I'll teach you a lot of things. Most people would say that's a bad deal, you don't want to do that, you want to get paid for money, but honestly, that's a fucking amazing deal in our day and age. Granted, I can't speak for the future, but it'll be tough to find someone as skilled as I am, you know. Cool. So how about it? Normally I wouldn't be inclined to take up such an offer. But now things are different. Well, working here doesn't sound particularly bad. I'm sure I can find better, but sure, whatever. I'll be sure to think it over. With that said, I headed towards the exit. Whew, are we done? Can we be done, please? I want to be over. I want to just say my final thoughts and get the fuck out. Is that a possibility? Can I be on the menu now? Nope. Or, well, maybe, actually. Hard to say. I assume not. I opened the door and stepped outside. I was immediately greeted by the chilled wind of autumn. While zipping up my jacket, I looked towards the sky. I spotted a glint of sunlight shining through the cracks between the clouds. For some reason, I found the spectacle mesmerizing. It was truly breathtaking. Even on this cold day, I'm sure Lucy would have loved to see this sight. Just thinking about it made me laugh. Ha ha! Silly robot. Thank fucking Christ. Right, back to my thoughts as they were interrupted. Yeah, this is a good concept. The idea of, falling in love with an android when everyone else is against it, and sort of doing that, and it was fun. It was a good idea, and there should have been a game made about it. Not this one. This was an experiment in futility. I think that's what that means. Basically, it was... Oh boy. The main character was an asshole. And he never stopped being an asshole the entire time. He didn't change no matter what happened. He constantly made fun of and abused Lucy while she continued to love him regardless. And, she always said, oh, it's not actual love, it's just a robot. And then, she'd fucking lit herself on fire to stand at the door. That's not healthy. Oh, and then, of course, there's no more new game, huh? Because she's already dead? Cool. Thank you. There's many things I could go into that were not right about this game, but I think the main one is just how bad the writing was. The characters were not likable. Especially the main character. I hated him. I genuinely, a person like that I would punch in the face. And I'm non-violent. I'm actually a real-life pacifist. I would punch this guy in the face for being such a cock to everyone around him. He never once said anything nice about any other person. And he has no redeeming qualities. He's boring, he's unlikable, and he's an asshole. And he was ableist too. Like, he fucking made fun of autistic people, which I am. So, you know, there's that personal vendetta. But more to the point, he's not likable, and I didn't enjoy him being there. I didn't like how Lucy never once stopped talking in the third person and referred to the dude as master from the fucking get-go. That was infuriating. His best friend, who shouldn't stick around him, the only thing I didn't like about him was how he was kind of an asshole back, but he was only an asshole back to an asshole, so he was fine in my book. The dad was goddamn crazy and should be locked up before he hurt somebody. He should absolutely be thrown in jail. Repairman seemed like a cool dude. I don't really know much about him. He was just sort of there and was likable. He could style his hair differently, but that's just a personal matter on my end. He's not really, as a character, he's fine. And then woman we never saw. She was there. Reminds me of a few people I know in real life, actually. Not that I like, but definitely real. Yeah, it's just a whole game filled with garbage. And to anyone who was here from the beginning, you know how much I wanted this game to be good. When I started this game, I had such high hopes. I was like, wow, a love story about a robot. That sounds right up my alley. Because I played Rumu. I played fucking Doki Doki Literature Club. I love these kinds of games. This one was shit. Okay? I'm not sure if all visual novels are this bad, because I don't play them. But I sure as fuck hope they aren't. Because if they are, then that speaks quite a large volume about the type of people that play these sorts of games. Because what it was I'm gonna rant a little bit longer here. What it was is a main character who was sexist, even though he said he wasn't, but only in words he said he wasn't. He was, basically it's a game that caters to people who want a simple relationship where the girl is fucking drop dead gorgeous and nice and constantly in your face and always happy to be with you and just gives up her entire life just to be with you, and you're just constantly an asshole to her, and that's not healthy. That is horrifying to think about, that there's games that cater to these kinds of people, because they shouldn't have games catered to them. They should play games and, enjoy different stuff, but that shouldn't be the fucking main thing. And if it were making insightful commentary about that sort of thing, then I wouldn't have a problem with it. Doki Doki did something similar to that. They commentated on it and said, you know what, this isn't cool. Games like this, where the main characters, if they actually become realistic and aware, then they fucking go insane and kill everyone. That's not good, but it's definitely far more fucking better than this shithole. So, I'm not going to continue to be rating this game because I assume people like it. I don't know. There's a lot in it that you could like, and there's a lot in it that I did like, or not. There were some things in this game that I did like. The concept definitely was there. A couple moments were fun, I guess. I don't know. For the most part, though, it was a horrible experience, and I wish people not to play this. Thank you guys so much for watching this, though. Mainly for watching me suffer through the garbage, but that's fine, that's fine. Thank you guys so much for watching. I, of course, am a Keywii. You've been great, too. You don't ever change. You're amazing people, and I love each and every one of you. I want you to know that. That is unconditional. I'm just going to say that, and you don't have to, be an asshole about it. You can just accept it and move on with your life and not do anything, and it's fine. And don't play games like this, because it's a toxic message that spreads horrible, horrible brain thoughts. But that'll have to be it. See you in the next series. Goodbye.